Get rid of that. Boys, let's say you've done your piece of writing and here you've got this block of text and I've said, look, you need to proofread it, you need to edit it, and you're actually you're not entirely sure what to do. So here is your next step. Okay, what we're going to do, boys, is we're going to look at this and we're going to chunk it into sentences, and we're going to look at the sentence type, and we're going to look at the sentence length. Okay, so here's what I do, boys. I just go through, and every time there's a full stop, there's a new sentence, I just press enter. So I'm separating all the sentences. Okay, this is what I'm doing. So I'm going through here and I'm separating each sentence by just pressing enter after each one. And the reason I'm doing that is because I need to figure out the length of each sentence. Now, it's important that our sentences are all of a certain length. What we want, does anyone know how big our sentences should be? What's ideal? Boys, our sentences should really be between 18 and 25 words, okay, somewhere in there. And to figure that out without actually going through and counting, if you just highlight the sentence and you go to Tools and you go to Word Count, it will tell you 24, okay? That sentence is 24. And so what we can do, boys, is even without going through and counting these, we can look at these sentences and figure out how, we can think this one is probably a little bit short, and this one here probably going to be it's going to be much too long. So if we go to Tools and Word Count again, that sentence is 77 words. Boys, 77 words is way too long. Okay, so here's what we need to do. Here's what we need to do. We need to first, if it's too big, if it's too long, we need to figure out, like, if there's a conjunction there, such as but or and, or if there's commas, we can split that sentence up. Okay? We can split that sentence up. Okay, so we've got a couple of sentences there now, but we're going to have to play around. So, boys, that's the first step. Okay? Figuring out the length of our sentences, whether they're too long, they're too short. The next step, boys, is this stuff over here. Okay? We're going to start changing our sentences around, because what you'll find is that most of these sentences are what we call simple sentences. Okay? They start with the subject, there's a verb in there, and they're pretty much all the same. So what we have to do, boys, is we have to work out changing the order of the sentence, perhaps starting with a verb, like ing or ed start. So we've got all those little examples there: deciding, looking, perceiving, committed, determined. Those are our two different sentence starters. We've got the adverb start. Okay, you start some sentences with that, boys. And what I want to emphasize is you need to change the order of your sentences around. So it's not simple sentence after simple sentence after simple sentence after simple sentence. Okay, that's what we're doing here. That's what we're doing with editing. Anyone got any questions about that? We have there, okay, this sentence, it's a fairly simple sentence. What we're going to do is we're going to try our W start sentence. We're going to start with the word what, and we're going to make it a question. And then we'll follow that with okay, two very short sentences, guys, and it just makes it a little bit more punchy. We've just changed the order there. Okay,